Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Girls Bond Together. Today's episode is going to be how social media affects a relationship. I don't know if that's going to be the title of this episode, but I'm basically going to be talking about how when you put your relationship online, how it affects the relationship and how it changes the whole dynamic of the relationship. So yeah, but I'm going to put a disclaimer out there. I don't know shit about relationships. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know shit about relationships. But I obviously want to share my opinion because I see how it affects others and other people's relationships. I watch hella couples channels, and let's just be honest, if you guys are familiar with like couple channels on YouTube, I feel like a lot of them just like don't last. So I just want to talk about that. So I thought it would be a great topic to talk about. So without further ado, let's just get started. But before we get started, I just want to say something. I'm just sharing my opinion. Like I just said, I don't know crap. I don't know anything at this point, but I just want to basically just share my opinion, tell you guys how I feel. That's what this whole podcast is about. Me sharing my opinion, sharing how I feel, and you guys listening. Because like I always say, this podcast is called Girls Bond Together. So how can we bond if y'all don't really know how I feel? You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about that I feel like, once you put your relationship out there, it automatically affects the relationship, puts an effect on the relationship, is people constantly watching and judging you. And this isn't just for YouTube. This goes for every social media, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, anything. I feel like once you put yourself out there and you, put a relationship online, or you bring somebody onto your YouTube channel, this could not even be a relationship. This could be like a friend that you bring on. Well, a friend is a relationship. I don't know. I feel like people, when you say relationship, people always think like boyfriend, girlfriend. No, like relationships could be friends. You're not in a relationship with your friends, but it's a type of relationship. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like once you bring somebody onto your channel, you bring somebody on social media, people are constantly gonna watch, people are constantly gonna judge you, people are constantly going to share their opinion about that person. And a lot of times when people bring other people onto their channel or to other social medias, a lot of people don't have nice things to say. That's just what comes with being on the internet. You're not always gonna find like nice people. There's always haters that are just there literally to just judge you. Like, they're literally people who just sit on the internet and watch people's videos and do certain things just to judge you, and it's not fair. Like, it's not cool at all. Like, I don't know why anybody would do such a thing, but that's just like the world we live in. So I feel like that can be very detrimental to a relationship, because people are constantly like sharing their input, and that could maybe that could change someone's mindset in a relationship, if that makes sense. I'm gonna like give you guys probably like an example so you guys like understand what I'm saying. But yeah, so it's really crazy if you bring somebody onto your YouTube channel, or you just bring somebody on social media, like I said. So an example that I have is, let's say I'm gonna use me as an example. So, well, do I want to use me as an example? All right, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna give y'all another example, but I'm not gonna use me as an example. So let's say I have a friend, right? And this friend has a YouTube channel, and she gets into a relationship, and she has a YouTube channel. So she makes a video about her boyfriend, like, this is my boyfriend, blah blah blah, introducing my boyfriend, blah blah. And then people comment, talk about how they don't like him. He looks like a player, he looks like an F-boy, he looks like this, he looks like that. They're just going in on him. And my friend starts thinking bad things, like starts, second guessing herself, like, oh dang, like they're saying all these things about him. Is what they saying like true? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's really it's really difficult, because I feel like people, they only judge from what they see. And a lot of people say this, but you only see a small part of somebody's life, specifically on YouTube. Like I said, even on Instagram, like, these people, like, they may look like they have a perfect life, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors, you know? People only record, people only show what you want to see, basically. And everybody kind of does that. When you're on Instagram and you post a picture, do you post a picture of you when you looking rough? No. You make sure that you look cute, whatever, and you post a picture. Like, it's almost the same concept. So yeah, so that's like an example of people judging you. And I feel like these people don't have a right to really judge you, because they don't know the full story. They're only seeing a small part of what could really be going on, and they automatically judge. And that's like not fair. That's not fair for anybody. So yeah, but that just, like I said, that's what comes with being on the internet. That's what comes with putting yourself out there to the world, and nobody will fully understand it until you put yourself out there. And I'm somebody who completely understands how it feels to be judged on the internet. Like, these people will go in on you and not give a crap. They will not care. And it's really bad. It can really affect you if you don't have like a certain like thick skin, whatever. It can really damage you. It can really hurt you. You can like pretend like it doesn't, but it really could hurt you. So but yeah, and then that also comes with when you put somebody, like when you bring a relationship to the internet. Like, if you're not in a strong relationship with somebody, what other people say could really affect your relationship. So I feel like you have to have the right mindset and the right maturity before you bring somebody onto the internet, because people are going to share their opinions. They're going to be bold, and you have to be able to take it. So yeah, but like I said, the only way that you'll understand is if you're put in that like you're put in that situation, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, because like, you guys know, if you don't know, I have a YouTube channel. I've had a YouTube channel for like 10 years, and I've never really gotten that much hate, but I did used to get hate when I was young. I was like 8 years old, maybe a little older than 8 years old, because I've had my YouTube channel for so long, and people were like making fun of like my hair and how my hair looked weird and stuff like that. And I remember I used to like come on YouTube, and my hair used to not be done, because I didn't know that before I filmed a video I had to look like presentable. I just didn't care. It's not that I didn't care, I really just didn't know that. And people were just going in on me, like just talking about my hair and just talking about the way I looked. And I don't think it affected me that much, because I was very confident when it came to YouTube, at least. I was so confident in YouTube, and I loved doing YouTube, that when people said things to me or said hate comments, I didn't really care that much, you know, because I loved it so much. I was still going to continue to do YouTube despite all the hate comments that I was receiving. But yeah, it didn't really affect me like that. But you know, I'll be honest and say, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it didn't affect me. Like, some people have said things, maybe not about my hair, that has affected me, that did hurt me. And these people are sitting behind a computer screen. They don't even know me personally, but it still had like an effect on me. So yeah, so I feel like those kind of hate comments, I feel like a lot of YouTubers tend to act like they don't really care about the hate comments, or that doesn't bother them. But I feel like sometimes it does get to you, especially if you get a lot of hate comments. See, I'm happy now that and like maybe like within the last couple of years, I haven't really received like hate comments like that. But like I said, when I was young, I was receiving a lot more, and it did affect me. So yeah, so I feel like that is one of like the biggest things with putting your relationship online, is being able to take all the criticism and the backlash and all that could happen when you put it online. So yeah, because not everybody is going to be happy that you're in a relationship, and not everybody's going to be like agreeing with you and all that stuff. Like, people will judge you, like, no matter what. Like, that's just the world we live in. But yeah, like I explained before, you have to have thick skin. And yeah, I could go on and on just about that one topic or whatever, people constantly watching and judging. I could go on and on. I could do a whole episode on that because it's so crazy. But anyways, I feel like another thing that happens is a lot of people let fame and money get into their head. I feel like once I'm going to be talking mainly about like couple channels, but I'm talking about social media. Like, I'm just talking about social media in general, not just YouTube, but I'm going to be mentioning YouTube more so because that's where I see it. I feel like a lot of times when people make a brand, I guess, and they make a couple channel or whatever, they build their own brand, like as a couple or whatever, they make money. Everybody knows this, that they make money. And they don't just make money, they make good money. Like, people who work, who do a 9 to 5 don't even make, that type of money, and they're like making good money. And obviously they're getting fame, from doing couples channels and all that stuff, because people love couple channels. People love couples, and it's a good brand. But I feel like a lot of times, some couples can really let it kind of like get to their head. I feel like if someone was in a relationship, like if a guy was in a relationship and he wasn't, in the relationship for the right reasons to begin with, and then money and fame came in the picture, I feel like that even makes the relationship even more worse, because they already weren't like there for the right reasons, and now you have like money, you have fame, you have a brand going on, and then now when they break up, it's a big deal. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little more about that later on. I don't know if what I just said made any sense, but whatever. You guys are going to have to get used to me not making any friggin' sense. But yeah, I think it's just really hard. I also feel like if somebody isn't like mature enough to deal with, money and stuff, they let that kind of get to their head. Like, I feel like some people, what they do, they'll get into a relationship, they build this brand, they do a couple channel, and they leave. They'll leave because that's all they wanted to be in a relationship for, to build a brand, do all that, leave, make a bag, whatever, make the bag, however that saying is, and just leave. So that's another, thing I feel like is, once people start getting big, they let it get to their head, they start not being loyal in a relationship, the relationship gets sour, it's not as good, and the relationship goes downhill. So that's another one. So the next one is being immature. So yeah, so I kind of just spoke on this, but I feel like if somebody isn't like mature enough in a relationship, it's just not really gonna work. If a person is not mature enough to deal with their feelings and deal with what other people have to say, it's not gonna work. Like, immaturity comes, in so many different forms. When it comes to like relationships, you have to be mature with a lot of things, and if you're not, it might not work out. So yeah. Excuse me, guys. It gets so dark out quick. It's literally like 6 o'clock right now as I'm filming this, and it's so dark, and I feel tired all of a sudden. Like, I literally just feel tired. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, so just being immature is never good. I feel like I also addressed this too, but people getting into a relationship just for clout, I don't know, like, I feel like some people, like, literally, they just get into a relationship just to get the bag, just to get money, not because they're really into the person or whatever. I feel like some people's relationships, like we see like all these cute stuff online, pictures and videos and edits and all this stuff, all these cute things, and these people could like really be going through it, but they're literally just staying together just for the money, just for the bag, just for that fame, So I feel like a lot of times what we see is not what's actually happening. They're literally just doing that just for us, just to kind of like please us in a sense. So, you know, you have to really keep that in mind. So yeah. The next one, which I'm very big on, I could go on and on about this too, is when people do fake videos / pranks. I'm gonna be talking literally just about YouTube now. So, where do I even start with this? I have a lot I can say about couples who do fake videos / pranks. So, first of all, I love watching pranks. I know a lot of them are fake. Like, my brother always tells me, like, why are you watching these videos? They're fake. I know a lot of them are fake. I don't know if all of them are fake, but I know majority of them are fake. And I find them just hella entertaining, and I still like watch them. They're like one of my favorite videos to watch. But I feel like if you didn't think that they were fake, there's something like, I don't know, like, I just feel like it's obvious that they're fake. Like, how can you do pranks back to back and none of y'all knew? Like, none of y'all had a feeling y'all was gonna prank each other, you know? Like, I feel like it's obvious, you know, that they be fake. But I don't really believe in pranks. First of all, like I said, I watch pranks, but there are some couple channels that I watch that's literally all they do. You don't really see any other type of content. It's literally just pranks, and it gets so annoying. So yeah, there's another couple channel that I watch now, and I'm not going to mention their name. Well, should I mention their name? Does anybody really care? Okay, I'm gonna mention their name. I don't care. So I watch this couple channel. They're amazing, by the way. You guys should check them out. They're called Josh and Sav on YouTube, and I love their videos. And they used to do pranks, and they did pranks for a while, and then they stopped doing pranks. And when I tell y'all, I was so happy they stopped doing pranks. Like, I was so happy because I liked the pranks, but they were just getting old. Like, just pranking each other back and forth. Like, it gets really old. Like, me, like, I don't mind when people do pranks, but I want to, like, get to know, like, the couple. Like, I want to see vlogs. I want to see, like, sit down videos. I want to see different type of content. Y'all pranking each other gets old. And at this point, it's fake because of the amount of times that y'all prank each other. And they literally recently came out and said, like, oh, our pranks were fake. And I was weak. Like, I knew their pranks were fake, but I was weak because they were so honest about it. So their pranks were fake, and they said we're not gonna do pranks no more. And they don't do pranks anymore. And I love their content so much more now, like, literally. And they just do like vlogs right now. So, but the content is still really good. But I find that pranks can be really toxic, because I feel like not everybody can be pranked with. Not everybody can be messed with. I feel like some people, you know, they could get like really hurt with pranks. Like, especially when people do like cheating pranks and stuff. Like those type of pranks could go left so badly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to give an example, but like, I don't want to like get crazy. I can't think of one right now. I don't know. I have a crazy example, but I don't know. I just feel like those things could go left so badly. Like, what if you prank somebody and they really think it's real, and then somebody ends up getting hurt? Something bad ends up happening. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So, like, I just don't think pranks are good. I think that they could be really toxic, honestly. Pranks, when they just keep doing it religiously. Maybe if y'all do pranks once in a while, it's okay, but like, a lot of YouTubers, they just be doing pranks back and forth, and it's like, something bad could happen. You know, I don't think I've ever really watched a prank that really went left like that. I mean, I have seen pranks like all gone wrong, but I've never seen a prank that like really went bad. So I just feel like they're very toxic. They're not good for a relationship. And pranks are just not good. Even though I always try and prank like my family members, like, no, pranks are not good. You don't know how people are gonna take it. You don't know how certain people are. I just think that the pranks need to stop. They just need to. And yeah, that's my opinion on pranking. But I could literally go on and on about my opinion on pranks, but I don't want to be here all day. So, another thing I have to say is pressure of being couple goals. So once you're on YouTube or Instagram, like I said, I'm not just talking about YouTube, I'm talking about social media overall. Once you start this brand, you start a couples channel, or you post pictures of you, whatever, and you become couple goals, now you have this pressure of always being perfect, always being a good boyfriend, always being a good girlfriend, always being there. And what happens is, so a lot of people, they look up to certain relationships, and I'll be honest with you guys, I've done that too. I've watched couple channels, and I'll say to myself, like, dang, this is what I want, this is what I want in the future, this is how I want my somebody to be like, and I do sometimes think that certain couples, like, I do have this perfect image in my mind, even though I know in the back of my mind, like, no couple is really perfect. Everybody knows that, like, nobody's perfect, you know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like once you become couple goals and people start tagging you and people start, putting you as couple goals, now you have this pressure and this weight on your shoulders not to F up. Because once you F up, it's over. It's over. There's no more couple goals. There's no more none of that. So it can be really difficult. My voice is getting really scratchy right now. Maybe I'm talking too damn much, but excuse me, my throat is dry. It's not corona, please stop. Anyways, so yeah, so, like, what was I saying? I'm sorry, I forgot. What did I say? Pressure being couple goals. So yeah, it's just, like, really difficult to keep that up. But like I was saying, I feel like people do put, like, this perfect image, we see all these cute pictures, videos, edits, all these, like, perfect little, like, perfect things, and we think that's all a relationship is. That's what some people think all a relationship is, just all those happy, cute moments. And it's not. And once a person F's up, once a person cheats, once a person messes up, makes a mistake like a human would, people start going after you. So there's that pressure that happens when you become a couple and you become an influencer. You become a couple. I was gonna say you become influencer couples, but I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what happens. So that's definitely something to keep in the back of your mind when starting a couples channels, is once you get big, now you have to keep that pressure of basically being couple goals and all that. So yeah. So let's see what else. I feel like also another thing about social media, I feel like social media, I'm talking about relationships today, but I feel like overall social media can be toxic, but it can definitely be toxic in a relationship just because of how much we value social media and how much it has become a part of our lives. But I feel like also when you get into a relationship and you become a couple influencer, you start comparing yourself to other couples. Oh, this is what that couple is doing. That's what that couple is doing. I want to do that too, And again, you start having that pressure. So, yes. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about, and it is going to be the final thing that I'm going to talk about in this episode, is you have to be careful of every little thing that you say. And again, this is not just with relationships. This is just once you put yourself out there, social media, having a YouTube channel, having an Instagram account, having a Twitter account, having your own podcast. You have to be careful of literally everything that you say, because you could say something that you thought was meaningful or that you thought was right, and somebody could be so affected by it. Not even somebody, your subscribers could come at you, or your followers, whatever, could come at you and say, like, oh, is this what you're saying? Like what you say could get so misconstrued. Like, it's so crazy, and you literally have to be careful of what you say, because people are so sensitive, like, online. Like, it's just crazy. I don't even have an example for that, but, like, you guys know what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying when I say that. Like, literally, it's just crazy how careful you have to be when you say certain things, and you have to be careful on how you word things, because something that you think is right and all that, and then you say it, somebody could have such a problem with it, and now you have to take down that picture, you have to take down that post, you have to take down that video because somebody was offended by it, and you didn't even mean to offend nobody. You just thought what you said was right. So you have to be careful what you say. You have to be careful where you're at all the time, because once you put yourself out there, like, people are watching you, people are looking up at you. You have to be careful of everything that you do. So yeah, that's the world that we live in when it comes to social media. So yeah, so that is pretty much everything that I wanted to say about this topic. I really hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Please stay tuned for more episodes. If you guys have any more requests, please let me know. I would really appreciate your guys' feedback. And yeah, that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Thanks so much for listening.